better place than it is today.
Take all this stuff and pull it over here and throw it on top of that pile.
What I'm searching for, tell it straight, I'm trying to build a wall.
What do you think about Future Talk?
I think it's a good program.
What have you learned from it?
I learned how to help the community.
What do you do in Future Talk?
I help out the community.
How is it going?
Good. It's fun.
How's the work?
It's hard, but fun.
I can say I hope it will be.
We're taking out the trees, put them in a pile.
It's the backside.
Should we pack it in too?
Yeah, just like how you're doing. That's perfect. Perfect.
You're done.
How do you think Future Talk can help Dubuque as a city?
I feel like it can make some choices in people, help people make different choices, especially as to like teenagers, because if they choose this job, they learn how to help the environment and what they can do to help the environment.
What choices would you like to make?
Certain stuff as little as like not littering and stuff like that, like because little choices like that can make a big difference.
What kind of tree is that?
This is a buckthorn.
Yeah, that's right. And why is it green?
Because it's dying.
It's dying? What's that stuff called?
Herbicide.
So what's the process? What do you do? Explain to me the whole process of how that happens.
They cut it down so it can be more fertilized.
And then they do what? Then they put the what on there?
And they put that down so it can kill the tree so it won't grow back.
We're doing a lot of prairie restoration this summer with lots of woody vegetation removal. We go in with brush cutters and chainsaws and we cut out all the buckthorn and invasive species that aren't supposed to be in the prairie.
Tree cut down, just call me.
So what'd you guys do?
We picked up garbage on Washington Street down towards Orange Park and got interviewed by the Telegraph Herald.
What'd they have to say? What'd they ask
Well,
you?
I guess he didn't interview us. He took pictures, asked us our name, what we were doing.
Oh yeah?
And I told him that we are the Future Talk work crew from the Multicultural Family Center. It's kids 13 to 18. And today we're picking up garbage downtown Dubuque.
I always think that nature has an important cultural part too. It's not just science. There's a really important part of nature in our culture. So what part of that have you seen that would be, what do you suppose is of cultural value to people at Swiss Valley, okay, as we come through the park? And think all year round, don't just think right now when it's hot and muggy. What's some other stuff that people would do here that would have cultural value?
Make those stairs too.
Well, okay, so they're building stairs. So what are the stairs then on a walking trail? So there's obviously hiking, right? What else would you do on a big trail like that?
You would hunt. Like sometimes you can hunt.
In some of the areas you can. The County Conservation Board does have some areas that you can hunt. We did see a guy fishing, right?
Yep.
So this is a trout spot. One of the things about this water is this is clean enough water that you can have trout in it. It's clean and cold. Trout have to have both of those. So there's trout people. What kind of stuff did you see that looked like some of the things we worked on?
The trail.
The trees, the trails,
Yep, trees and trails.
and the stairs.
And it'll hit that, and that's not as porous, and it'll come sideways. And so what's happened out, you see how this all flattens out around here?
Yeah.
And so what it's done is there's water coming from those hillsides above it through that limestone, and it hits a solid layer of shale or something like that, and it just comes across. And it's going to have its own special plant life, and we'll be up in, we're on the bottom side of it right now. The hanging bog is right up here, and that has got a completely different ecosystem. Rainwater over the eons that filters down through, and then it comes into this bog right here.
We're doing like figuring out what's the flower's name and then what's on them, like trying to do what the stem look like.
I learned about native species. We're preserving it for future generations. So it impacts us like so that we have it because it's really rare.
That was intense.
I drew this for like jungle gym. That's my baseball field.
It looks like the size of pizza.
Yeah. My basketball hoop, my soccer field.
She did all the grass, like all the
my
squigglies in the grass.
All right, does everybody feel like they have what's in the park there? Generally?
Kids, adults, teenagers, police, family, friends, skaters, fighters, b-ball players, soccer players, firefighters, programs, schools, park patrol, different races, churches, baseball players, runners, competitionists, ice cream truck, ambulance, animals, janitor people, artists, dealers, bike riders, and a taxi. And that's a song.
We have the Future Talk program, which provides a healthy alternative to spend your time in the summer. I think the kids that are in Future Talk are providing a good role model for kids that aren't, because you're out in the neighborhood, cleaning up the neighborhood, beautifying the neighborhood. You're learning about the environment and also having some connection or responsibility to take care of the neighborhood, since you were the ones that just did all the work. So you're probably going to be less likely to damage it or kill for the flowers or whatever might be happening. So you're teaching the kids ownership and pride in your neighborhood. You're also doing volunteer work, so you could potentially be engaging other youth in the programs that you're doing during your volunteer hours. You're doing these videos, so hopefully you're going to be educating the other youth on issues in the community.
You want to show me? I've never done that.
Samaya, what do I do now?
This way, the other way. Follow the way.
I can't keep going up. Hold on that.
Ah, Buddha! And they keep going, so keep feeling for them. Alright, I'm up here, so your partner's not.
And what are you going to do with that worm?
Can't me.
Oh, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, there's a knife right there.
You almost got it.
Yep. That's cool.
You got it?
Yeah, nice.
Good job, Nikki.
So, what did you like best about the project that you did with Speaking Out?
Putting it together and finishing it.
Mm-hmm.
Writing out ideas.
Pardon?
Writing out ideas.
Okay, yeah.
Working with the fancy computer.
It's a neat one, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. What did you guys learn as you did this project?
We learned how to interview people.
Recycling.
Uh-huh.
All the different things you can do to videos on the computer.
Uh-huh.
How to work together.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one, how to work together, yeah. And so as you've learned this stuff, what do you think that then the community, as this video is shown that you worked on, what kind of things do you think that people can learn out of that?
To recycle more, have more respect for the community.
Mm-hmm.
And try to improve yourself to help others, like the small things.
Mm-hmm.